we stop here. Characteristics of a good team. And the first one, I think if you read my slides, you can understand. However, I expect you to understand deeply and you can connect with the real life. For example, the first characteristic of a good team is a cooperative or cooperation. People in a good team, they need to be cooperative. They need to have a cooperation with each other. And remember, cooperation is not only cooperation in the form of the word. You need to understand the nature of cooperation. So that's why I need you to make some comparison between cooperation and help. If you can see there is similarity and difference, okay, so you can see the nature of that. So, and help. My original slide has this characteristic only, cooperation. And because I want you to understand the nature of that concept more deeply, so I write something more, help. And I ask you to make some comparison between the two. Can you see it? Or can you see, can you understand when people cooperate with each other and when people help each other? And the purpose, the nature of the two action may share some similarity, but also they have their own characteristic, or I mean, they have some differences, slight differences. When you cooperate, when you help, actually, people, sometimes we are easy with ourselves when we define something. We are not so serious in our understanding. It is easy for us to get ourselves satisfied with what we see and what we understand. It is fine because you don't need to be too serious with yourself, or otherwise your life is so hard. But sometimes it is interesting if we want to get a deeper understanding. Don't force yourself too hard to understand it. So instead of asking you to make some comparison to find the similarity and differences between the two concepts, I have one suggestion: when you cooperate and when you help. Can you? Anyone can tell me?
In my opinion, cooperative mean two people working together, and help mean is from one side to another.
Not really. because we can also have a mutual help. However, I still acknowledge and appreciate your answer, Hoàng Giang. We can have when we talk about help, of course we can have a one-way help, and we can also have a two-way help, because one-way help cannot exist for long. Understand? Anything should be mutual, should be two-way. Cooperation, of course. Cooperation, in terms of cooperation, you are right. You are 50% right when you say cooperation requires at least two people. And help also, most of the time, it should be two-way. For example, you help your friend, of course you love her, you want to help. But if that girl doesn't help herself or show a positive attitude towards your help, sooner or later you will get tired and you don't want to help her anymore. Even God say God can help only when you help yourself. Understand it? Any more?
You can help when you help yourself.
Yes. The first help should come from you and to you. That's right. That's right. However, here I mean the help between the two people, because we are talking about cooperation between the two people.
So you mean here the help must come from two sides, and when we have somebody, they must help. They not must help themselves, but they have to.
No, your original idea is someone can give one-way help. You help your friend,
Yes.
and you receive no help from her for return, right? In that case, yes, it is one difference between cooperation and help. However, in case we have a mutual help, you help her and she helps you, still, it is still different compared with cooperation. Cooperation comes from the two sides. And first you say help comes from one side, but I say help also comes from the two sides. And in the case, they come, both of them, cooperation and help come from the two sides. They can be still different.
Yes, I understand, but how are they different?
Okay. Now it's time for me to give my answer to you. When we talk about cooperation, it refers to rational thinking, rational calculation first. When we talk about help, it refers to more or less, not all, but more or less refer to emotional feeling. So when we talk about cooperation, we usually talk about the cooperation between team members. And when we talk about help, we usually talk about the help between group member or family member, for example. Okay, I explain it to you. Cooperation refers more to job or labor division. For example, you have a skill A and you don't have skill B, and some other people, they have skill B, and A and B need to cooperate to finish a job, because that job requires both A and B skill. Understand? And even when you don't love each other, but you see the benefit, the interest of working together, so you can still cooperate for your own interest and benefit. But help, you can help other people even when you don't have any skills. You help because you think that people need your help. You show your heart rather than showing your ability and skills. For example, when you are in need of a terrible need, your mother, father, brother, or sister, even when they don't have any actual skill, they still need to jump in to help you, to save you. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
The whole class, can you understand?
Not quite. I have a little bit unstable connection just now, so I didn't hear most of it.
Okay. So let me explain it a little bit in Vietnamese. Khi chúng ta nói đến hợp tác và giúp đỡ thì nó có mấy cái sắc thái nghĩa như thế này nhé. Khi nói đến sự hợp tác có mấy cái level. Thứ nhất là chúng ta nói đến các cái hiểu biết hoặc là thậm chí tính toán duy lý. Duy lý là chỉ liên quan đến lợi ích thôi. Và cái sâu xa nhất là cái sâu về mặt kinh tế, nó sâu xa ở chỗ nó liên quan đến chúng ta gọi là cái phân công lao động. Con người ta khi bắt đầu tham gia vào các hợp tác xã hội, người ta có phân công lao động. Người này có thể làm việc này và không thể làm việc khác, trong khi người khác có thể làm được. Họ buộc phải hợp tác để xong cái việc. Ví dụ như là chúng ta làm nghiên cứu và chúng ta bắt buộc phải sử dụng cả hai phương pháp định tính và định lượng. Có bạn làm định tính rất tốt, phỏng vấn rất chuẩn, ai cũng phỏng vấn, bạn phỏng vấn người ta cũng đều mở lòng, dốc lòng chia sẻ. Có bạn làm định lượng rất tốt, chạy phần mềm định lượng SPSS rất chuẩn, và nghiên cứu đó bắt buộc phải triển khai bằng cả hai cách. Vậy thì hai người đó bổ sung năng lực cho nhau, họ hợp tác để xong một bài nghiên cứu. Họ có thể rất ghét nhau, nhưng trong trường này họ hợp tác rất chặt, cực ghét luôn nhưng vẫn làm việc và làm việc rất hiệu quả. Được không? Đấy, cái này gọi là bổ sung, nó gọi là cái complementary skill, kỹ năng bổ trợ cho nhau. Còn help khi chúng ta nói đến, đầu tiên là nó thiên về duy tình, emotional feeling. Ví dụ trong khi cái này nói thì chúng ta thiên về nhóm team, cái này thiên về group, và điển hình cái group trong đời các bạn này là gia đình. Mà bố mẹ anh em chúng ta giúp nhau đâu phải vì chúng ta có kỹ năng, thậm chí không có kỹ năng người ta cũng lao vào mà, đúng không? Mà đâu tính toán lợi ích đâu, đúng không nào? Chứ còn nói là gọi là từ hai phía thì cái này tất nhiên từ hai phía rồi, cái này cũng từ hai phía chứ, không nó một phía nó không tồn tại lâu được. Đó. Còn cái gọi là similarity á, thì đây nó có sự chồng lấn, có cái overlapping này, là cooperation mà không có tình cảm thì lâu dần nó chán. Help này mà không có sự phối hợp kỹ năng, lâu dần nó không có hiệu quả, cũng không tồn tại lâu. Đó. Cho nên là cái tương tác ở đây là gì? Là chúng ta không tuyệt đối hóa cái chuyện hợp tác bổ sung nhau về kỹ năng hay là sự giúp đỡ nhau về mặt thuần, về mặt duy tình, không hẳn thế, mà nó có lấn sân nhau đôi chút. Cho nên nếu mà đưa ra một trọng số thì cái này có thể là 70% duy tình, 70% duy lý và 30% duy tình. Cái này là 70% duy tình và 30% duy lý, được chưa? Cho nó cần cả hai. Chúng ta hiểu không?
Đôi chút.
Okay. And the second characteristic in a team, we need to have a sympathy, mutual sympathy and mutual understanding. This one first. Even when I write letter, it should go first. Okay, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. It's order. Sympathy and understanding. So which one refers to your rational thinking and which one refers to your emotional feeling? Can you understand rational thinking? Emotional, emotional feeling, I think you understand. However, rational thinking, do you understand it?
No.
No? And anyone knows? Anyone? Okay, I will explain it in a more daily life way. Understanding. In order to understand something or someone, you need to use what? You use what of yourself? Say, use your mouth, use your hands, or what?
Use the eyes. I mean, the observation.
Observation. Okay, first. However, your eyes and observation is the first step to understand. Go on. You use it. Yes, Ali.
Speak to them.
What?
I think speak to them. Like
Speak to
in your
them.
mouth.
Speak to them. Okay, Ali. Yes, go on. It means you use your words and your eyes, your words.
Listen to them.
Listen, your ears.
Yeah,
Sure.
you use your ear to listen to them.
Yes. Good. And sao không thấy tên bạn Phúc Trường ở đây nhỉ?
Em số 1 ạ.
Quên. Nó hiện tên ở đây là An Nguyễn Phúc Trường. Đi tìm chị Trường. Okay, let me tell you, all of you, 3 of you are 50% right. 50 or even 20% right. You know why? You say in order to understand someone, you need to use your eyes, I mean your observation, you need to talk to them, you use your mouth, your language, you use your ears to listen to them. You are talking about the 5 senses, to collect information. Your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your even your hands to touch. 5 senses. However, after you collect information and data, you need to process such data and information in what? Go on.
In mind.
That's right. Okay, so it is the basic thing. 70% of the process of your understanding happens in your mind. So the answer is you need to use your mind and a very clear mind, right? And here, go back to here, sympathy. You need to use what in order to have a sympathy with people? Quick.
Hurt.
That's
Is that right?
That's right. Việt Anh, right. Liba, Việt Anh, yes, good. Score for you. Okay, so in order to have a good team, you need to use both your heart and your mind. That's what I mean here. Both at the same time. If you have, you just have understanding, rational understanding, maximum you can have cooperation only. However, as I say, cooperation, cool and cold cooperation cannot last for long. And if you have sympathy only, and you don't have a clear understanding of the people in order to cooperate with them, so it means just like love. Love can be good for you to enjoy, but love cannot help you to make money, right? So you need to have along with sympathy, you need to have understanding, and along with understanding, you need to have a sympathy at the same time. Can you understand?
Yes.
And this one, can you see? However, when we talk about jobs, work, we think this one is important and this one is important, all right? And to tell you the two things, this one and this one refer to your IQ. IQ. However, now in modern management, they focus on this one and this one. And they refers to what? What? They refers to what? This one refer to IQ and this one refer to what?
EQ.
That's
EQ.
right. That's right. That's right. Okay, correct. Good. One more score. Okay, and we need both. And even in modern management, they put more emphasis on this one. So when you go for a job interview, try to show the interviewer your high level of EQ. Because, for example, if you have a high IQ, you can be a good working machine. But when you have a high EQ, you possess and you have a high level of human nature. Understand? And a company, they need humans. They don't need machines. Can you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then we go to the next one: mutual and collective respect, trust, and acknowledgement. Okay, can you, if you can, tell me what you understand about each one, mutual and collective. When we talk about mutual, we talk about the two-way relation. I mean, two people together, and we will talk about collective. We talk about more than two people relation. And two or more people relation of what? Now that relation should be what? Should contain, should have a respect, trust, acknowledgement. So can you tell me what you understand of each one here? We have three concepts. Okay, we should talk about this one. Not really this one. If we talk about mutual respect, it emphasizes the respect, the back and forth respect between the two people. But working in a team, we need to have a collective respect. Collective, many people, the relation among many people, and such a relation should be respectful, should be respected, or should contain respect. Okay, I think it is not how to say, not really difficult to understand. In a team, everyone should respect each other, respect. However, this one in case of Vietnam, it has some problem to think about, and we have a trust. Everyone should trust each other, and it is easy to understand in theories. But when we talk about the case of Vietnam, the actual case, the practical case of Vietnam, you still need to think about it seriously. This one seriously, and this one too. And even the lowest level is in this one. And I don't think in Vietnam we can have this one fully. Okay, now we need to make a connection between theories and practice. So my question is, in a Vietnamese team, when people work together, do you think they have a reasonable or proper respect? Or do they respect each other at a proper level? Respect first. Okay, this one for acknowledgement first. What is acknowledgement? Tell me.
Is that a review?
Review what?
I don't know what is the synonym of, and I don't know how to explain this.
Acknowledgement means you. Can anyone tell me before I give you my answer?
I think acknowledgement that is admit that someone is a part of a team.
Okay, first. Okay, good. Yes, it has that sense. Yeah, okay, that's right. Accept, recognize, tell people that you know, you understand, the other people's position, credibility, responsibility, you know, and you accept, and you even it may contain some sense of respect, acknowledgement. Okay, or at least at the lowest level, when you acknowledge as a people, it means that you tell that people that I know you, I accept your role, your knowledge, your skill in the team, for example. Okay, so it is acknowledgement. And in order to have a good team, we need to have this one. However, the reality in Vietnam is different. It's different. People on the surface, people may say, I know you, I respect you. I know that you have a knowledge, you have I accept your role in our team. However, it is just in words. In that true intention, it is different. In Vietnamese, in Vietnamese word, it is bằng mặt nhưng không bằng lòng. People can say something different from what they truly think. Okay. And we can go to this one and the three things before we try to find the reason behind. Respect first. Okay. In a Vietnamese team or in a Vietnamese organization, people may respect other people just at the surface level, the behavior level. It is not a true respect. It is a lazy of Vietnamese society. Lazy. For example, someone is learning better than you, and you in front of him, you show your respect to him. You have to, because he's a good student, a brilliant student. But deep in people's heart, do you think that people respect him? Or people try to find some bad reason, try to persuade themselves that that guy is not really good? And the same situation happens in Vietnamese company, Vietnamese organization in general. It is, how to say, it is negative. It comes from negative competition. It comes from something called envy, right? As I say, it is a social disease in Vietnam. And later we will try to find the reason in order to overcome it. And the next one, trust. This one is very important. Trust. Mutual and collective trust. Without this one, we cannot maintain any types of social relation. Not talking about team relation. Without trust, you cannot keep or cannot form and keep any types of social relation, whether it is a friendship, love, or class relation, classmate, or whatever, or colleagueships in the future. And in Vietnam, it is not my words, it is research. Vietnamese people lack mutual and collective trust. Not only in teams or any specific organization, in the society, People, when they join in any types of social relation, they take a great caution. They are cautious. They are very careful. Even they are, how to say, scared to enter any relationship. Friendship, business relation, business cooperation or contract, or even a very terrible thing, even when we enter love affair. In many cases, people are cautious. They take cautious step to enter a love affair. Even so, that's what we can see. However, again, my suggestion for you to think is find reason behind such doubt, so such a negative relation. Trust is one important element that can build the so-called social capital. In a society, if we don't have enough social capital, we cannot do anything in terms of economic efficiency, in terms of our economic activity. Not talking about other types of human relation, love or family, friendship. Can you understand so far? This one is quite easy to understand. This one is quite easy to understand because it refers to people's emotional relation. But this one refers to people's money too. For example, if you don't have enough mutual trust, you cannot enter or sign any economic contract. You are afraid that you may be cheated, so you dare not enter. Okay, later we will try to find the reason. Khi mà thầy nói đến cái vốn xã hội social capital, các bạn có hiểu không? Good. Nói thêm chú cho nói thêm chút về tiếng Việt cho anh nhé. Hai cái này dễ hiểu. Cái này trust, thông thường là sự tin tưởng lẫn nhau. Thì chúng ta nếu chưa nói đến thế thôi cũng hiểu. Nhưng cái đó là cái cấu thành căn bản trong cái được gọi là vốn xã hội. Chúng ta nói đến vốn là chúng ta nghĩ đến tiền, là capital, money capital, financial capital. Còn vốn xã hội được tạo thành, vốn xã hội được tạo bởi hai yếu tố, hai khía cạnh. Thứ nhất, khía cạnh định lượng là các mối quan hệ xã hội, số lượng các mối quan hệ xã hội. Các bạn càng có nhiều bạn bè, các bạn có nhiều vốn xã hội lớn. Thứ hai, hiểu về mặt chất lượng là chất lượng của từng mối quan hệ đó. Ví dụ bạn có nhiều bạn nhưng bạn không có friendship thì vốn xã hội của bạn cũng không là gì. Hiểu từ friendship không? Tức là có đến 1000 bạn nhưng chả có người bạn thân nào cả. Thì cái vốn xã hội ở dưới dạng bạn bè của các bạn có khi là zero. Thì chất lượng của các cái mối quan hệ xã hội đó, một trong cái chất lượng đó, rất nhiều cái tiêu chí chất lượng, nhưng một trong cái quan trọng nhất là trust. Trong bất kỳ mối quan hệ xã hội nào, từ làm ăn, bạn bè đến yêu đương, gia đình, không có cái này các bạn sẽ không có cái gì cả. Thậm chí không có cái này thì càng nhiều về số lượng các bạn càng nguy hiểm. Các bạn chỉ có nghi ngờ 2 người thôi. Nếu bạn có 2 người bạn thì mà số lượng bạn không tin tưởng, tức là bạn chỉ nghi ngờ có 2 người thôi, bạn đỡ khổ. Nếu các bạn có 1000 người bạn, các bạn phải có 1000 lần cái nghi ngờ, bạn sống kiểu gì? Không có cái này á, về mặt trong kinh tế vai trò nó rất là quan trọng. Ví dụ chúng ta không có mutual trust, chúng ta không thể ký được hợp đồng kinh tế, không ký được. Và nếu muốn ký được, chúng ta phải điều tra đối thủ kịch liệt, tiền, thời gian, nhân lực để điều tra họ, có mệt không, tiêu tốn không. Và nếu chúng ta điều tra xong thì cơ hội làm ăn nó qua đi, đúng không? Rất nhiều thứ để nói cái vấn đề này, mà thôi tạm vậy đó. Thì chúng ta hiểu chưa đã? Và trong một cái team chúng ta không có trust, nói trắng là nó không gọi là team nữa đâu, nó chỉ là team hình thức. Mà thậm chí cái team đó như thầy vừa nói xong, nó còn mang cái biểu hiện cực kỳ tai hại là nó tra tấn thành viên, thà không có thôi, có nó càng tra tấn, sống trong nghi ngờ khổ lắm. Nhưng cái xã hội Việt cái này là nó nổi trội này, không chỉ xã hội Việt, xã hội Trung Quốc có, khá nhiều xã hội Đông Á có, các xã hội mà không phải là chế độ pháp quyền ấy. Nghe để ý nhé, pháp quyền là gì? Cái nào là pháp quyền trong hai cái này? Cái nào là pháp quyền trong hai cái này? Chúng ta vẫn nói pháp quyền suốt ngày trên TV đấy.
Em đoán là cái thứ hai.
Đầu tiên đấy là bạn ở tiếng Anh nói cái thứ hai. Bạn khác đi. Các bạn nào nói được không? Bây giờ tôi hú họa thôi, chưa hiểu lắm, nói hú họa nào.
Biết anh chọn cái thứ hai thì em chọn cái thứ nhất đi ạ.
Ôi giời, ăn may rồi. Các bạn khác. Bây giờ không nói hú họa nữa, thì có một chút gọi là gì nhỉ? Hơi hướng đi, có sự đúng thì các bạn chọn cái nào?
Cái 1 đi ạ.
Ok, vậy hai bạn đúng. Rule of law là nhà nước pháp quyền. Thầy nói tiếng Việt đi. Nói tiếng Anh cũng được thôi, nhưng mà sau này các bạn phải nói lại. Nói cái này trước này. Rule by law tức là chỉ lợi dụng luật để thực hiện một cái có khi còn trái luật, hoặc thậm chí là có sử dụng luật không trái luật, nhưng cái mục tiêu không phải là để xây dựng một xã hội với những con người tốt hơn. Đó, cái này rule by law này. Nhưng thông thường nó hàm ý xấu là chỉ lợi dụng luật thôi, làm ra vẻ theo luật thôi. Đó, nhưng cái intention đằng sau là không tốt. Ví dụ nhé, nói luôn này, là khi xử án mà chỉ xử để trả thù, hoặc khi điều tra án để trả thù, hoặc có một cái biết là sai sờ ra, khởi sự ý định cực xấu nhưng mà vẫn nói là đúng quy trình và nhắm mắt làm, đó là rule by law. Cái thuật ngữ đúng quy trình ở Việt Nam quá phổ biến đúng không? Các bạn trả lời đi.
Vâng, đúng đấy.
Đó thì cái đó gọi là gì? Chỉ làm cho ra vẻ. Cái từ này diễn đạt các bạn thấy hiểu hơn, làm cho ra vẻ đúng luật. Cái này rule by law. Còn rule of law ấy, là nó chính trực, nó tích cực, positive, và từ intention đổ đi, từ intention cho đến cái behavior bên ngoài. Đó là quản lý theo luật một cách tự nguyện, một cách chính trực. Đó, nói đấy thì có thể các bạn chưa hiểu hết được, nhưng mà cái đằng sau về rule of law này là nó là những cái tinh thần rất hết sức nhân văn, những tinh thần hết sức nhân văn. Ví dụ ở các nước, một số nước Bắc Âu, họ không có án tử hình. Đó, không có án tử hình là một trong những biểu hiện của rule of law hết sức nhân văn. Không phải tự nhiên mà người ta đều có được cái đó đâu nhé. Đó. Và không có cái chuyện là lợi dụng, có nghĩa là chỉ cần đúng hình thức này. Trong khi toàn bộ 100 người thì thừa nhận rằng điều đó là sai, hình thức là đúng nên là không cãi được. Không có chuyện đó trong những trường hợp rule of law. Đó. Ok. Thì nếu như trong trường hợp này đó là một trong lý do mà dẫn đến cái lack of trust, người ta chả biết tin vào cái gì. Tuy nhiên còn nhiều cái nữa cơ, cái nữa, nhưng mà con cái sẽ rất động chạm, chuyện có thể chưa nói ở đây, hoặc là để cho cái phần sau sẽ nói sau. Ok. Tiếp đến này, the next one we should notice is in a good team we need to be democratic, or we need to have a democracy. We need to have a democracy among the people, and we need to have the autonomy and authenticity for each people. We have a democracy, and at the same time, when I say at the same time, I mean this one and these two one, they have a little bit opposite sense. Democracy and autonomy and authenticity. Can you try to find some deeper understanding of each concept? Okay, I need to put this one. Sorry. Again, this one. Collectivism. Now, okay, in order to understand the three concepts here, I need to put it in contrast with collectivism or against collectivism, so you can understand. I put it here. Individualism and holism. Here, such a thing refers to individualism, and collectivism refers to holism. It is not spelling mistake. Don't worry about that. Holism or collectivism. Okay, I talk to you about this one first. When you work in a team, you need, for example, a football team. Everyone should cooperate, should sacrifice his own interests to follow the how to say the plan of the match set by the coach, so that the team can win, right? Or in general, when you go in the team, you need to, each one individual should reduce his own interest for the sake, for the benefit of the whole team. For example, when you are tired and the team needs you, you still need to go. Understand? You cannot say, I'm tired, I don't want to join now. It is collectivism. So people should work for the whole. However, at the same time, we need to have democracy, autonomy, and authenticity. Democracy is one. Democracy means everyone should be equal and should be respected by the other people. Democracy, right? Or it is a mutual tolerance, even so. Mutual tolerance. If you cannot have a mutual respect, for example, you need to have a mutual acknowledgement, mutual acceptance, and even mutual tolerance. Tolerance, and can you understand? Can you?
Might be a little bit.
Okay. Hiểu cái từ dân chủ nhá. Cái từ dân chủ là mọi người đều có quyền. Mọi người đều có quyền bình đẳng. Quyền này quyền kia, kể ra thì cả hết cả ngày. Để mà hiểu, cho mà nghĩ nó cụ thể hơn một khía cạnh nào đó đấy, thì democracy được hiểu là sự ở đó mỗi một cá nhân được thừa nhận, acknowledge, được thừa nhận, được accept, được recognized, và thậm chí nhé, còn mỗi cá nhân còn có thể được người khác còn phải có khả năng chịu đựng lẫn nhau, các người khác phải chịu đựng cá nhân đó. Ví dụ trong một xã hội dân sự, một xã hội dân chủ, thì cái việc mà cái người đó có quyền làm cái việc mà người khác có khi thấy là cũng khó chịu lắm, nhưng họ vẫn chấp nhận. Đó, ví dụ cái quyền của các nước phương Tây, người ta không tiêm chủng vaccine, không tiêm vaccine Covid ấy, vẫn bình thường. Ghét thì ghét, kệ, nhưng mà quyền của họ. Đấy, cái đó được gọi là tolerance, mutual tolerance. Chúng ta không thể áp cái chúng ta không thích và bắt người khác không được làm được, được chưa? Đó là dân chủ. Đấy là khía cạnh của dân chủ. And autonomy here means people have a right and freedom to do what they like. Autonomy, quyền tự quyết, quyền tự quyết, autonomy right. Understand? In a good team, people should have their own autonomy right. People are not slave to the team leader, are not slave to the team itself. They are respected and they have a right to be a human. So it is autonomy. Authenticity. Authenticity means they have a right to be themselves. They have a right to be themselves. When they are tired, they can show their tiredness. When they are happy, they can show their happiness. They can be the true version of themselves. Can you understand? When in a good team, they can be that. They can be themselves. They can feel just like at home. Can you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. If you can understand it, it is good. However, this one, and this one at a high level, but it doesn't go against collectivism. Or in other words, a good team should be a good combination of the two opposite things. This one and this one. A good team is a team in which people can enjoy individualism, and at the same time, people can enjoy holism. In a good team, each people can be the king. However, in a good team, every king should work for the sake, the benefit, the final goal of the team. Everyone is a king. I mean, no one is a slave. But such king can cooperate well for the goal, the final goal of the team. Understand? Hiểu không nhỉ?
Rồi ạ.
Good.
Có.
Hiểu thì tốt, nhưng mà trên thực tế khó làm lắm. Nhất là xã hội Việt, khó kinh khủng. Khó gần đến mức không tưởng. Bắt đầu từ đây trở xuống, hoặc là cái này cực khó. Và chính vì thế mà trong cái bài luận thi hết môn đó, chúng ta buộc phải giải thích, tự tìm hiểu. Thầy cũng sẽ có gợi ý, nhưng một trong cái việc mà bài nào chất lượng điểm cao ấy, nó ăn nhau ở chỗ các bạn giải thích, lý giải vấn đề đó ở chỗ nào. Câu thứ hai của cái bài luận, các bạn cứ được phép lựa chọn nó, là những lý do khiến cho team spirit và teamwork của Việt Nam khó thành công. Đó là công việc của các bạn. Còn các bạn phải suy nghĩ rất sâu mới tìm ra câu trả lời được. Nghỉ chút nhé. Tiếng đồng hồ rồi.
Dạ vâng ạ.
Xong kịp. Okay, coming back. The next characteristic of a good team is the team should, or the team relation, or even the team spirit should be free, open, and transparent. Free, I think you can understand it. People free to think, free to talk, and free to do. 3 aspects of freedom. Can you catch me? When you talk about freedom in general, or even freedom inside a team, it is the freedom of what? Freedom of speech. It means you have a freedom to speak, whatever you want to speak, and freedom to do. For example, okay, first, during your team meeting, you are free to raise your idea. And when the team leader or the team give you a job, a task, and you are free to decide how to do it, and you are free to do it. I mean, freedom of action. And this is more important for you to have a freedom of thought, thinking, thought. This one is very important. Okay, put it in the case of Vietnam, during a Vietnamese team meeting, whatever it is in your class or later in your organization, company where you work, do you think you are free to speak? Tell me, free to speak? Say.
I think in Vietnamese, it depends on the organization. Mostly, I see that the organization that have a younger member tend to be more open than the older generation when talking about their thoughts.
Okay. Okay. You are right. So it depends on the particular situation of a particular organization. For example, in a small and startup company where people can be treated as their friends, and most of them are young people, so they can be they have a freedom to speak what they want to tell. Okay. However, for example, in your university now, or in some other government office, and not talking about old or young people, or everyone in such organization, do you think they are free to raise their voice, raise their ideas? Tell me what you think. In most of social and political organization, even social organization, for example, you have a street meeting or community meeting. Okay, community meeting, I mean street meeting maybe you have more freedom. But when you go to work, it is a government office, government company, schools, or even private but big corporation. Now, for example, Vingroup, VinFast.
I think it's not.
Right, I agree. It is not my opinion, it is research. You don't have much freedom to tell what you think. Usually in government office and government organization, you are free to speak after the leader. Remember, free to speak after following the leaders. That style of freedom you can have. If you want to say something against his opinion, you don't have that type of freedom. Okay, good. And how to say? Okay, next one, open. Sorry, okay, the next one, free to do, free to do. when you don't have a freedom to speak, you also don't have a freedom to do. However, it is easy to understand freedom to do. Now we try to go to finish the third one, freedom of thought, freedom to think. Do you think you have a freedom to think? Freedom to think, freedom in your mind. So people may think anything happening in your mind, so you can decide, you can control. So you can have a freedom to think whatever. Nobody can interfere it, right? For example, now I am talking to you, but your mind is thinking of coffee, beer, drinking, your girlfriend, whatever, and no one can interfere, right? Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
However, think again. Do you think you have a freedom of thinking? Okay, this situation is close to you. In your learning, so far 12 years at school and 3 years at the university, do you have a freedom to think? Tell me, quick.
No.
That's right, no. One more score for you. Do you know why? Even during your school, and school education should be something very humanistic, very free, because we educate people to become, how to say, to become free people, for example, right? We want to expand and develop our knowledge. Expansion and development similar to something called freedom. However, during your schooling and during your university, I don't think you have a freedom, or I don't think you have much of freedom, because you need to follow your teacher, you need to follow your textbook, you need to satisfy your examination, right? They say yes, you cannot say no. So do you think you have a freedom? Right? You don't have a freedom to think. You need to how to say, to put your thinking along with their requirement. So no freedom of thought. And another thing I will tell you now, even in a society where people may think you have a freedom to think, for example, you have freedom to like or dislike this one on your Facebook, on your social media. You have a freedom to like this model, to hate that singer, right? However, let me tell you, you don't have the freedom because of what? Because the media, they have more power than you. They can direct your way of thinking. If they want you to love that singer, they could have enough information and power and writing and broadcasting, for example, to influence your thinking. If they want you to hate someone, they will have enough power and flow of information that is strong enough to change your mind. Can you see it? So sometimes you think, you say, I like that one, but it is not really originally, it is not your original thinking. Maybe you are affected by someone before you say it. Okay. Then I open, and this one transparent are similar. Open means every information, every intention, every goal, and every information in the team should be clear to everyone. This one, open and transparent. Open is open, transparent is clear, right? Because however, in reality, it is not easy for you to have this one. For example, in your team, or especially in your organization, in your company, for example, the CEO and the director, the manager, they may have their own intention. And when they talk to you, they can talk in a different way. They don't share everything they have in their mind with you, for example. Or another example, you work in a company, and usually they have two accounting system. Listen to me. One accounting system is open within the top people, and another accounting system is open among everyone in the company and open to the tax department. government. Understand it? It means they have something to hide away from you. Can you catch me?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so even this one is not easy for you to have in Vietnam. Not only in Vietnam, in many other countries, but in Vietnam it is a serious DC. And the next one, responsible and accountable. Responsible refer to people's individuals job and task. If you assigned to do that task, you should be responsible with it from the beginning to the end, and it should be responsible with the quantity and quality of that job. And accountable means your responsibility to explain it to the team or to the government, for example. Now, what I mean is a responsibility or responsible usually refers to staff and team members' task, and accountable or accountability refer to the leader's task. Can you see the difference? They need to explain it to the government, for example. Not easy for you to understand it, right? So for example, when they say up individual level, they say it is his responsibility. But when they say that the government or that department should have a full accountability. So this one. Đây là trách nhiệm này. Hiểu rồi này. Còn đây là trách nhiệm giải trình. Trách nhiệm giải trình. Thì thông thường trách nhiệm giải trình thường là nó hay đi với lại những người lãnh đạo. Okay. This one, do you think that Vietnamese people, Vietnamese team can fulfill well? For example, when anything happened to a government office, and immediately the manager, the director, the leader of that government office or department, or even everyone in that department, they may say, "Oh, it's not my fault. It is not my responsibility. Someone else's mistakes." Can you see that fact?
Yes, it's very common.
That's right, common. It's a common disease in Vietnam. So in order to have a good team in Vietnam, we need to treat Vietnamese disease first. That's what I mean. And honesty. Okay, honesty is honesty. Everyone knows that. However, what I mean here is we have two levels of honesty. You are honest to other people and you are honest to yourself. Which level is more important? Tell me.
Honest to ourselves.
That's right, Ali. Good job. The reason is when someone is talking to you and he say to tell the truth. I am very honest to tell you, and we cannot be sure whether it is honesty or not. Or even someone they really think, they truly think that they are honest to other people, but actually no one can be sure. Even that man can be sure of his full honesty. Try to understand me. The first case, someone is cheating you and he say honestly speaking, I'm your honest friend, for example. I tell you my true thinking. However, actually we cannot be sure of that because that guy is intentionally cheating you. However, in some other cases, that people doesn't want to cheat you. However, it is not full honesty. Because what? Because even that guy doesn't know that he is not honest to himself. He is cheating other people and he is cheating himself too. Understand it?
Yes.
Yes.
So it is very, how to say, very important for us to understand ourselves, to understand our honesty before we show our honesty to other people. Only when we can do that, we can be sure that we are honest to ourselves and we are honest to other people. Okay, so it is not a matter of attitude. It is a matter of thinking and ability to think and the ability to understand. Not only understand the world and the people, but first we should understand ourselves. For example, okay, I take this one for you to understand it easily. You are not good. You are poor at something, poor at accounting, poor at English. For example, you have not good scores, but you try to tell and to persuade yourself that, oh, it is my bad luck. It's just one bad luck. That's when you are not honest to yourself, right? And you also tell your parents that, oh, don't worry, parent, don't worry, father, dad, and mom. It is just a small mistake. It is not me, right? So the second time you are cheating, you are not honest to your parents, right? And in your love affair, you don't have that hot love for your girlfriend. You think actually deep in your heart, if you are brave enough, you can tell yourself that your love for your girlfriend is going down, and you have something hotter for another girl. But you are not brave enough to face yourself, and you try to persuade yourself that, oh, my love for her, for my girlfriend is still hot enough, and we can go on until our marriage. And you promise to your girlfriend that, oh, don't worry, I and you will go to the end of our life. However, deep in your heart, one day, that true heart will turn out and tell you that the love for your girlfriend is no more, and you are going to for another girl. Understand it?
Yes,
Yes.
it's very clearly to understand.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that example is very close to you. To you. Okay, next one. Here is selflessness. Selflessness. And opposite to it is altruism. Selflessness. You don't think for yourself, you think for other people. And this one is a broader sense. You devote deep in your intention, deep in your feeling, deep in your thinking. You think for other people. Okay, so these two things are easy to say, but it is really difficult to do. Even in your love, when you love someone or you love your boyfriend or girlfriend so deeply, you may think that you can die for her or for him. Do you think that it is altruism or selflessness? Tell me. You, for example, during very late at night, you can go to her house and bring her flowers or whatever in very late and cold and windy and rainy night. You can go and you can wait in front of her door for the whole night just to see her sign. For example, just to look at her for 1 second and then you go. Do you think that it is selflessness and altruism? I mean, do you think that you are living and devoting yourself to her? Tell me.
I think it's altruism.
Okay, it is Lin's opinion. Tell me, ask people. You can sacrifice everything. You have money, you give her all your money. You have your time, you give her all your time. Even you don't have you may tell your parents that I'm busy. Sorry, dad. Sorry, mom. I cannot do that for you. I'm so busy. But you can devote all of your time. Even you think you can devote your life to your girlfriend. So it is altruism. Tell me. I mean, say yes. Other people.
Yes, I also think it is altruism.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to have that boyfriend?
50-50.
50-50. Why 100%?
Because I think that if a person cannot care for himself, he cannot care for others too.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you, be careful. This one. It is not really altruism. It is still selfishness. This one is the opposite to selfishness, right? Opposite. Where? Okay. I can tell you, it is not really or truly altruism. The reason is he can be waiting for you in the cold rain because he does it not because of you, because of his joys, his self-satisfaction, his desire. Because he truly feels happy, and yes, at least happy, not to talk about pleasant, waiting in the rain, or when he gives you all of his money, he still enjoy it. Not because he can get your love in return, but even when he gives you money or when he gives you his time, he feels happy. Or it comes from his own need. He needs to do it. And of course, he has some expectation. For example, in return, he can have some sweet kisses from you, for example. So it is a motivation, good motivation, to encourage him to stand in the rain. He imagined that he is a hero in your mind. When he imagines that he is a hero in your mind, so he thinks of you or he thinks of him. All right. So be careful. It is very, very easy to say of altruism and selflessness, but in fact, be careful. Sometimes you think you are selfless, but actually not. Này chúng ta hiểu không?
Có ạ.
Hiểu ạ.
Ok. Cái này các bạn là chuyên gia làm gì nhé? And the next one, devotion, commitment, embeddedness, involvement, and belonging. The sense of devotion. Nói đùa thôi, cái này là mức tuyệt đối thì khó làm. Nếu như tương đối chúng ta có là tốt rồi. Nó đợi các bạn dưới mưa là tốt hơn là nếu nó không đợi các bạn đi người khác, đúng không? Thế là ok rồi. Tôi đã đòi hỏi mức tuyệt đối nó cũng không ổn.
Đúng rồi thầy ạ.
Rồi thế thôi đúng không? Phải dễ tính tí.
Đúng rồi ạ.
Đúng rồi. Còn cái này nhé, devotion, commitment, embeddedness, involvement, and belonging. Devotion, of course, in a good team, each team member should devote himself to the team. Yes, of course. However, at the back of devotion, it is a what? It is a love. It is sympathy. It is sharing. Otherwise, you cannot devote yourself to the team, to other people, right? At least you have a love for your other team members or the team, so you can devote yourself to it. Or the goal of the team, the purpose of the team is so beautiful, and you want to devote yourself to that goal. What I want you to think about is the back of things, back of the back. Don't just focus on one word. You need to think deeply into the back of it. And commitment, it is simply speaking, it is your promise and your promise keeping. You promise and you keep your promise to the end. And it is not a forced promise. It is a willing promise. You are willing to finish your promise. So it is a commitment. Embeddedness is similar to involvement. However, it is at a deeper level. So if it is easy, not difficult for you to understand, so you may think that embeddedness is similar to involvement, but at a higher level. You have a commitment, it is or not enough. It is just like a promise. You need to put yourself into it. It is involvement, and if you put it into it very deeply, in an organic way, it is embeddedness. And of course, when you can do that, you have a sense of belonging. Sense of belonging. You think you belong to that team, just like the hand belongs to the body. Really. So when each people in the team can have such a feeling and thinking, it is a good team. And to this one, do things from the beginning to up to now. Why people can do that? People can do that only when they have this one, right? If they cannot have this one, no story to talk. They have a shared core value. Yes, I want to talk about this one first. Value, belief, mission, vision, and team image, and later team image. Such a thing refers to your ideals. Value, belief first. Value. The team should have a very beautiful, very noble, very humanistic value, and only such things can connect people, can attract people. If the team is just for fun, for example, you have a coffee team, or you have a lipstick team, you have a sandal team, shoes team, such a thing cannot keep people together. But you have a team like helping the poor, fight for freedom, love, for example, forever love, for example. So such value is at a much higher level, and they have a much bigger power to connect and keep people together. However, when you have a beautiful value and belief and vision and mission, for example, vision is your ability to see in the future, verify in the future, and mission is your self-set responsibility. For example, you set a responsibility for you to save the world, to save the environment, to help the dying children. The children, they have no food and no medicine, and they are dying. And you set a mission to save their life. All right, understand it? So such a thing should be very noble and very beautiful. The more noble, the more beautiful they are, the stronger, the more powerful they can connect you together. And however, when they are beautiful, the next things should be shared. Because when they are beautiful to one people and they are not beautiful to the other people, so the two people cannot go together. So such beautiful things should be shared. Okay. Actually, this one is very interesting. However, I don't have much time to tell you now. It is 11:40 now. And the next thing, it is this one is the basic thing, and people should share. People should be similar in terms of such a thing. However, in terms of talents, skill, and knowledge, people should be what? People should be different, complementary. This one people should have the same or similar. This one people should have the thing people should be different, even opposite, even at least it should be complementary. For example, someone is good at mathematics, and the other one should be good at writing. Someone is good at Japanese to work with the Japanese people, and the other one should be good at English to work with the American people. Understand it? Because if all of you can speak English only, so you cannot work with the Japanese people. Can you understand?
Yes.
Good. And this one, creative and innovative and flexible. Creative, innovative and flexible. I mean, people should be intelligent, should be flexible, should see new things, have ability to see the new things, to create new things, especially in doing technical and business job. Because if you love each other, but you are not creative and flexible and innovative, you cannot solve your problem. You can sit together holding their hand, your hand together, but for nothing. Your team stays still and cannot move. So it is nothing. It can bring nothing. And effectiveness means your way to work, your way to think, whatever should bring out true outcome. And such outcome should be effective. I mean, you should pay the lowest cost in order to receive the highest benefit. You pay 1,000 and you make 2,000 instead of paying 10,000 and you receive 1,000. Understand? So this one refers to interest and benefit can also bring people together. Members' personal and social need for development. Okay, this one refers to human nature, human need, human nature. We are human entity một thực thể xã hội. So we really need the society's respect. We need to be respect, to be loved, to how to say, to show ourselves in a community. Being in a community, working in a community itself is a need, even when that community is not good. We still need it. For example, we need a family. Whether it is a good or bad family, we need it. We need a community, friends, colleagues, whatever, even when it is not good. If it is good, it is perfect. But even when it is not good, we still need to be with it, to be within it. People, even when the society is very bad, people cannot choose to stay, to live with the animals, tigers, or pigs, or elephant. They still need to live in a society, in particular in a team. For example, you work for a company, you need to put yourself in a team or your department. You cannot stay alone and away from other people. You can feel lonely. People may think you are so weird, so trained. And if they think that way, you cannot survive. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Ok, bài hôm nay là vì chạy đua thời gian thì phải nói nhanh quá, nói nhiều quá. Chẳng biết chúng ta có hiểu được hết không?
Được ạ.
Ok, good. Thế là tốt đấy. Thế thì ôi, quá giờ rồi. Chúng ta nghỉ nhé. Nghỉ Tết rồi đấy. Vậy là chúng ta còn một buổi nữa. Và sau cái buổi sau Tết, đến buổi thứ hai là chúng ta phải trình bày rồi đấy. Vậy các bạn Tết thì cứ nghỉ ngơi thoải mái đi. Nhưng mà sau đấy thì chuẩn bị một cái report nhé. Là chúng ta nhớ là report đó chúng ta chấm hai nội dung đó. Ta nội dung chấm report viết và nội dung chấm thuyết trình. Ok. Và report ở đây là gì? Tự do bày tỏ, tự do hết mức luôn. Và những cái tự do đấy phải đi kèm với lại chất lượng, nó có chiều sâu. Chứ không phải là chúng ta tự do trình bày những cái nó hời hợt. Có hiểu không?
Nhưng mà cái tự do đấy là về cái gì ạ? Về nhóm à?
Thế thì bạn Hà Linh buổi đầu có đi học không?
Có mà thầy.
Thầy cho đề rồi đấy.
À.
Cho đề rồi. Chúng ta chọn một trong hai cái đề đó. Để viết bài luận. Và sau đó thì buổi hôm nay là buổi thứ 3, buổi thứ 4, xong buổi thứ 4 vẫn còn là bài giảng, buổi thứ 5 là trình bày đấy. Phải trình bày theo danh sách đấy nhé. Có đúng danh sách thầy gọi đấy. Đã hiểu chưa?
Vậy là cái
Ừ.
report là dưới dạng Word đúng không ạ thầy?
Report thì chúng ta nộp bản Word cho thầy. Mà report có thể nộp vào buổi cuối cùng, thậm chí chậm 1-2 hôm cũng không sao. Nhưng
Vậy
mà
là
cái
mình sẽ phải có cả report cá nhân lẫn report nhóm hả thầy?
không cần đâu em ơi, làm bài này đúng ra thì cần nhóm, vì để học nhóm kiểu gì mới cần nhóm, nhưng không thể đủ thời gian được, chạy được thế này đã cong hết cả người lên rồi, không đủ thời
Vâng.
gian. Chứ nếu mà có thời gian làm nhóm, có một cách rồi, các bạn sẽ làm nhóm ở cái môn kia nhé. Bên kia là chúng ta thể hiện tinh thần nhóm ở đó đấy, các bạn thể hiện cái kiến thức các bạn học nhóm vào cái việc quản lý nhóm của các bạn ở cái môn project management ấy. Cái
Vâng ạ.
nhóm được thiết lập để hoàn thành một sứ mệnh, một cái project nào đó, và cái việc hoàn thành tốt hay không nó phụ thuộc vào chất lượng nhóm của các bạn. Như nhóm trưởng nói trong cái trái nghe này thì các bạn xong hẳn. Ok.
Ok ạ.
Ok rồi thì chúng ta nghỉ nhé. Ok, take your time, enjoy your lunch. Thank you for coming.
Dạ, thầy ạ.
Ok, bye bye.
Theo thầy.
Theo thầy ạ.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you, Mr. Cowboy. Bye bye.